If you have unexplained weight gain, mood swings, fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, low libido, or water retention that won't go away, you might have estrogen dominance. It affects both men and women, and it's the most missed hormone imbalance in modern medicine. Here are the 5 signs and the gut mechanism most doctors won't test for. Some quick framing before I get into it, because most viewers have never heard high estrogen described in men before, and it's just as common as low testosterone. Estrogen dominance is when estrogen is too high relative to other hormones. In women, it's high estrogen relative to progesterone. In men, it's high estrogen relative to testosterone. Both produce a recognizable symptom cluster. Here's the piece most doctors miss. In a lot of cases, the estrogen isn't coming from your ovaries or from environmental sources. It's coming from your gut. Bacteria in your intestines produce an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase that unpacks your estrogen your liver already packaged for excretion, and it sends it straight back into circulation. You get chronically elevated estrogen from a gut problem, not a hormone problem, which means the fix isn't hormone replacement, it's gut work. In quick context, I'm not a doctor, I'm a functional nutrition coach, and I ran into this exact mechanism in my own labs. Klebsiella and Morganella overgrowth in my gut were driving beta-glucuronidase up. Fix the gut and the recycling stops. So let's walk through the 5 signs first, then the causes, and then the fix. Sign number 1, weight gain in specific areas, and the areas differ by sex. Estrogen preferentially deposits fat in specific regions. In women, that's hips, thighs, upper arms, subcutaneous fat that sits under the skin. In men, it's chest, sometimes called gynecomastia. In men, it's chest, abdomen, and love handles. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation in 1985 showed sex hormones drive where your body stores fat. So it's not random. If you have fat in these specific areas that doesn't respond to caloric deficit and exercise, you probably have estrogen dominance. Or if weight loss changes weight but doesn't change the distribution. In men, look for chest tissue changes over time. Sign number 2, mood swings and irritability. Estrogen directly affects serotonin and dopamine signaling in the brain. When estrogen is elevated relative to progesterone, which has calming effects through GABA, mood dysregulation follows. Women experience this as PMS or PMDD symptoms, mood swings that track with the menstrual cycle. In men, it presents as unexplained irritability, anxiety that comes out of nowhere, and depressive episodes that don't match life circumstances. Multiple neuroscience studies map estrogen to serotonin and dopamine pathways. So here's what to look for. Mood shifts that don't match what's happening in your life. Irritability that spikes then resolves without obvious cause. For women, mood changes that track with the cycle. And sign number 3, fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. Elevated estrogen impairs thyroid function. It increases thyroid binding globulin, which reduces the free T3 and T4 available to actually do the work. It disrupts sleep quality even when the duration is adequate. And in men, it suppresses testosterone, which further contributes to low energy. The result is systemic fatigue, not sleep-deprived fatigue. You could sleep 9 hours and still wake up exhausted. So here's what to look for. 8 or 9 hours of sleep, still feeling exhausted, with morning fatigue especially, or feeling heavy or foggy throughout the day, or energy that never fully recovers regardless of routine. And sign number 4, low libido. In men, elevated estrogen suppresses the hypothalamus's release of LH and FSH, the signaling hormones that tell your testes to make testosterone. Less signal means less testosterone, means less libido. In women, estrogen dominance disrupts the estrogen-testosterone-progesterone balance that sexual desire depends on. Excess estrogen relative to testosterone is one of the most common libido killers in women. So here's what to look for. Reduced desire despite otherwise good health, often masked as stress or relationship issues. In men, it may accompany erectile changes. And sign number 5, water retention and bloating. Estrogen affects sodium and water retention. Elevated estrogen produces persistent water retention that doesn't respond to hydration or dietary sodium changes. Slowed gut motility from estrogen adds bloating to the picture. So here's what to look for. If you have a puffy face in the morning, if rings are tighter than they should be, if you have bloating unrelated to specific foods, or if your skin looks inflamed or puffy. Now the mechanism piece, because knowing the signs doesn't help you if you don't know what's driving it. And here's the 3 main causes. Cause number 1, gut dysbiosis. This is the one I ran into personally, and it's the one most people miss. Your body has a system of gut bacteria called the estrobilome. Its normal job is to help clear excess estrogen so your liver can excrete it. When the wrong bacteria overgrow, they produce too much beta-glucuronidase, and that enzyme unpacks the estrogen your liver just packaged for elimination and sends it straight back into your bloodstream. You have chronically elevated estrogen from a gut problem, not a hormone problem, which is why it's symptom management to go right to hormone replacement therapy without getting to the root of the issue. Baker's research at Emory documents the estrogen gut axis clearly. And cause number 2, environmental estrogen exposure. Plastics with BPA, phthalates, non-organic dairy and meat, some skincare and personal care products. The Endocrine Society's EDC2 position statement documents this effect. And cause number 3, impaired liver clearance. Your liver needs specific nutrients to metabolize estrogen for excretion. B vitamins, magnesium, sulforaphane from broccoli sprouts, DIM from cruciferous vegetables. Deficient liver capacity means estrogen accumulates. The fix hierarchy is always test first. Get estradiol tested. Men rarely have this on their panels. Then work down. Gut testing to identify beta-glucuronidase drivers, reduce environmental exposure, support liver clearance with food and specific supplements if indicated. I'm currently in the middle of solving this problem for myself, so I've started with the gut. I got tested and my estradiol was high, my beta-glucuronidase was high based on overgrowth of some opportunistic bacteria, so I'm working on the gut first. I'm about halfway through my gut protocol of eradicating the estrogen recycling bacteria, and of course at the same time I'm focused on eating foods that contribute to clearing estrogen versus recycling it. Only after I've eradicated the bacteria am I going to look at proper supplementation, because right now my gut is a mess and I need to restore proper bacteria and stomach acid in order to absorb the nutrients and supplements I give it. Functional medicine is all about looking at the situation holistically and then sequencing the solution in the right order. I'll keep you posted in upcoming videos on my markers as they come back after my gut protocol. So if you take one thing from this video, take this. High estrogen has 5 recognizable signs that get consistently missed, and the mechanism is often gut, not hormones. Treating hormones without addressing the recycling loop is treating the symptom. Fixing the gut is treating the source. If you want to start asking better questions about your own body and finally get to the root of your chronic health issues, make sure to subscribe. We're on a mission to help 1 million people get off symptom managing medication and finally heal at the root cause. Click subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you're looking for additional support, potentially working with our functional practice, click the link in the description to schedule a free consultation.